What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Monday afternoon so far. This is MYG Jeffy T85 here, and I have some breaking news around the New York Football Giants, as the Giants this afternoon are going to be hosting a former Pro Bowl linebacker that's going to be coming into the team this afternoon. According to Ian Rappaport, longtime Atlanta Falcons star Deion Jones is going to be coming in for a visit this afternoon to the New York Giants. And he would be an interesting speed fit in a remade group at linebacker with Bobby Okereke. Deion Jones. I like Deion Jones a lot. 28-year-old linebacker, former Pro Bowler, back with the Atlanta Falcons, played with the Cleveland Browns last year. He was a former second-round draft pick at pick number 52 back in 2016 out of LSU, where he played with the Falcons from 2016 to 2022, and he eventually made his way over to Cleveland after he was traded to Cleveland during the season. And he's a former Pro Bowler back in 2017, and he was part of the all-rookie team for LSU back in 2016. And in his career, he has recorded 696 sacks and he had 696 tackles and 11 sacks with 5 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. He has 47 pass deflections in his career with 12 interceptions and 5 defensive touchdowns for the 6'1", 222, 28-year-old linebacker out of LSU. I like this addition. Deion Jones had a rough time when he was pretty much recovering from that Achilles injury. He had that Achilles injury a couple of years ago. And he's pretty much just trying to rehab his career and get it back on track. I mean, that's where he had that injury back in 2018. Otherwise he's pretty much a guy that's been playing his entire career without missing many games. Only in 2018 where he played 16 games. Otherwise 2016, his debut, 15 games, 17, 16, 2019, 16, 2020, 16, 2021, 16, and then last year he had a couple of injuries and he only played 11 games. And he started pretty much his entire time. He's a speed guy, good sideline to sideline player, good at tackling, gets a little bit fooled sometimes in pass coverage. Still working his way back from some injuries that he's been dealing with, but this would be an excellent addition if the Giants can find a way to bring in a guy like Deion Jones. Another quality veteran linebacker you can bring in. And what it does, it knocks Darian Beavers down the depth chart. It knocks down Micah McFadden down the depth chart. It knocks down Jihad Ward. And you bring in a veteran guy that could come in and compete for a starting spot. If not, you have Deion Jones and Bobby Okereke as your starting linebackers, and your linebacker corps looks a hell of a lot different and a hell of a lot better going into this season than it did last year when you were putting out guys like Jalen Smith, when you're putting out guys like Austin Calitro, young players like Micah McFadden, and work projects like Gerard Davis. Now you have 2 established guys, so I hope the Giants can find a way to sign somebody like Deion Jones to their roster. He's got decent size, 6'1", 222. For the most part, he's been healthy for most of his career. He's had 11 sacks in his career. You could put him on the outside, have him blitz up the middle. You could have him sometimes drop in coverage. He's a good sideline-to-sideline tackler, and he's going to have a lot of chances for good open field tackles now that you have Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams at that defensive tackle position that are going to be occupying so much in the middle of that defense. I am 100% for a Deion Jones signing. 150% for bringing in Deion Jones. He's a former Pro Bowler, and the guy's hella talented. You just have to wonder, at 28 years old, how much does he still have left in the tank? But the fact of the matter is, you're not signing him to come in as your lead linebacker. You're signing him to be a guy that's going to be coming in as a complementary piece, looking to try and see if he can continue to build on what he did last year for the Cleveland Browns. If you're not for this move, I understand. But I mean, why not take a chance on a guy who's as talented as Deion Jones is, who's looking to try and see if he can build off what he did last year. And before that, this guy is a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker. I think it's a good addition. For mostly because he's a veteran and he's a leader. And you can use as many leaders and veterans as you can. And then what is it going to do? It's going to help sew up that linebacker position. Your linebacker position is going to look a lot better, and you can continue to draft for the future too. It's going to make linebacker not as much of a necessity going forward, but you're obviously still going to be looking at the position to continue to add going forward. I think it's a positive. Call me crazy. I think it's a good move. And I hope the Giants can make it happen. I really do. I hope the Giants can make this move happen and they could sign him to a deal. But we'll have to wait and find out. He's coming in right now for a visit today. And if the Giants see him on the field and how he performs, how he looks, if they think he's 100% back, pull the trigger, sign him to a deal, put him in there as part of your linebacker core. You could have him start right next to Bobby Okereke, and you have a revamped linebacker position that is waiting to go, and it gives Darian Beavers an opportunity to not be thrown immediately right into the spotlight, and you could rehab this kid and let him ease his way back into the linebacker position going forward, which is the best thing for this team. Make it happen, Joe Schoen. Sign him to a deal if he looks good enough and get him in there and add him to that linebacker position going forward. But you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about the news. The Giants are hosting former Atlanta Falcons and Cleveland Browns linebacker Deion Jones for a visit. And if you think it's the right move, let me know in the comment section if it's the right move to sign Deion Jones to a contract and add him to that linebackers core going forward. Hit that like button if you haven't already and give a sub to NYGJeffyT85. More news updates and chatter surrounding the New York Giants. And of course, turn on that bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be happening around the New York Giants. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Monday. Take it easy and let's go New York Football Giants. As always, together blue, everyone.